From Local 24, forecast first from the Local 24 Storm Team, the Mid-South's most accurate forecast.
Hello, I'm meteorologist Bailey Melton. What an absolutely beautiful day across the Mid-South. Plenty of sunshine, temps mainly staying in the 60s. Some clouds are going to move in, and you'll see that in the forecast first here with clouds at 7 o'clock, 60 degrees, more clouds by 10 o'clock and 56, and then by 7 o'clock in the morning, a mix of sun and clouds, 49 degrees for the temperature when you wake up in the morning. We'll have more on the forecast, including rain chances, coming up in just a little bit. First, Local 24 News at 6 starts right now.
Now at 6, a former Memphis police officer in jail accused of inappropriate conduct with a minor. Next, hear exclusively from the victim's father and how he found out about the behavior. Plus, 2 game fights lead to suspension for 4 popular Mid-South basketball teams. Ahead in sports, Jessica Benson breaks down the details. And you can expect detours on Interstate 240 all weekend long as part of the Memphis 4 project. We have an update on construction in just minutes.
Live from WATN Memphis, local every day. This is Local 24 News at 6.
A former Memphis police officer is behind bars accused of having an inappropriate relationship with a minor. Good evening, I'm Annette Pegler. Police in California arrested Andrew Helms yesterday after investigators called MPD alerting them of their investigation. Local 24 News reporter Dave Detling is live outside of 201 Poplar with a look at the charges. And Dave, it was an alert parent who noticed something was wrong.
Yeah, absolutely, Annette. We talked to that father who says he saw his daughter's cell phone, knew something was wrong. He immediately called 911, alerting police in California, who then alerted police here in Memphis. Now, as for Helms and those court documents, apparently that exchange of texting and inappropriate photos went on for about a month. Take a look at this video. We did some digging and found out that Helms was hired on to MPD in March of 2017, but was ultimately let go for failing to satisfy the department's probationary process. His Facebook account even shows him in an officer's uniform with personnel identifiers blacked out. As for the aggravated sexual exploitation of a minor charge, this all stems from contact he had with an 8-year-old girl in the San Francisco Bay, California area. Several court documents reveal there had been several text messages between mid-November and December of last year where Helms asked for the child to send him inappropriate photographs. In return, he sent revealing photos of himself to the child. Now, talking to the father of the child over the phone, he said every parent needs to monitor their child's electronic devices.
I didn't know who it was. Like I said, I saw a text message pop up, and nobody really should be texting her anyway, so I just followed up from there. Her phone wasn't intended for her to be texting in chat rooms and stuff, so when I saw that, that's what alerted me.
And he believes that Helms may have had contact with his daughter through an app. I asked what app it was. He couldn't remember, but he says that since this all went down, he has had multiple conversations with his daughter. Now, as for Helms, he is still here at 201 Poplar after being arrested yesterday. He is expected to face a judge Monday. Bond has been set at $40,000. We're live outside 201 Poplar in downtown Memphis. Dave Detling, Local 24 News.
Dave, thank you. Tonight, 4 Memphis high school basketball teams are facing suspension and fines after a series of fights broke out during games last Friday. Here to break down what that means is Local 24 sports anchor Jessica Benson. Hi, Jess.
Hey, Annette. The TSSAA has issued postseason bans for Wooddale, Westwood, Melrose, and Fairleigh high schools following fights that broke out at 2 separate games earlier this month. All 4 schools do plan to appeal this decision. It was a decision made over fights that happened the night of January 25th, one after the Westwood Fairleigh game. The other happened towards the end of the Melrose Wooddale game. In both cases, fans from all teams were involved. The teams are allowed to resume regular season play, but the regular season ends next week. And for Wooddale and Westwood, there's an extra sting here as they're both considered state tournament contenders. Wooddale, who's now coached by Keelan Lawson, was ranked 2nd in Class AA in the most recent state AP poll. Westwood was ranked 7th in Single A. We'll hear from the teams involved tonight on Local 24 News at 10, but for now I'll send it back to you, Annette.
All right, Jessica, thank you. Tonight, a Mid-South father is facing charges after investigators say he threatened to kill his ex-wife and 7 children and tried to set their home on fire. Memphis Fire Department was called to the 2300 block of South Parkway near Airways in Orange Mound just before midnight last night. Investigators didn't find a fire but noticed a very strong gas smell in an exposed crawl space under the home and in a rear bedroom window. The ex-wife told police that her ex-husband, Calvin Hinton, threatened through text and phone messages that he was going to kill her and their children. Hinton is charged with aggravated arson. A local crime alert. Memphis police are looking for a man they say burglarized several businesses in a Cordova strip mall. Take a look at these pictures from the surveillance camera at the subway there. Police say the burglaries happened on January 16th around 11:20 at the strip mall on Walnut Grove and Timber Creek Drive. The man pictured here is accused of shattering glass doors to enter the businesses. If you have any information on this man or these robberies, call Crime Stoppers at 528-CASH. A local traffic alert. I-240 in East Memphis is shut down right now, and it's part of the Memphis 4 project. Crews are preparing to replace the railroad bridge over the interstate near Park Avenue. That means 240 is closed in both directions from the 40 flyover to Highway 385. Park Avenue is also closed. The closures are to move new railroads into place over I-240.
You know, these bridges were built back in the 60s, so it was just time to upgrade those. And when we were widening I-240, we found some issues that needed to take place, which is the purpose of the Memphis 4 project.
The interstate will reopen by 6 Monday morning, then crews will do it all again for the next 3 weekends. The entire Memphis 4 project is expected to be completed by June. Another big construction project is happening local in Memphis. Today, crews lifted the cross section of a new pedestrian bridge into place at the University of Memphis. The bridge crosses over train tracks in Southern Avenue to give students a safer way to walk between the northern and southern portions of campus. One student we talked to said it will help her get to class on time and burn some extra calories too.
I feel like it'll be a help. You know, we won't be late. The steps looks pretty steep, but that look like it's going to be a hassle, but I think it's going to benefit us a lot.
The bridge is part of a $33 million project that will also include a new parking garage and amphitheater. Construction should be completed by August. The Memphis riverfront is about to get a dramatic makeover. At the public release at Bill Street Landing this afternoon, staff unveiled their new vision for the park. Work on the plan is expected to start in June and finish up near the end of 2020. The redesign divides the 30-acre park into 4 different zones, a gateway to welcome visitors, a central area for relaxation and play, a network of open spaces for music festivals like Memphis in May, and a nature area at the southern tip of the park.
The river is our greatest natural asset. You know, it's why the city is here, and we need to make a park that reflects that natural beauty. So we've produced a design which is built on what Memphians have told us they wanted.
The goal of the new design is to bring people to the park year-round. Well, it was standing room only for a community meeting to discuss the City of Olive Branch plan to annex more than 50 square miles of land impacting thousands of residents there. The group Fight for DeSoto hosted the meeting at New Prospect Baptist Church this morning. Residents could get their questions answered and hear the group's plan to try to get the issue to the polls.
Since we started, people are asking questions. What does this really mean to me? How's it going to affect me? You know, what are the details? So we've invited the community to come out today.
I don't like it because property taxes are going to go up, and I've been out in Olive Branch since 1983, and I love it out there with a peaceful setting.
A Chancery Court judge is expected to rule on the issue later this spring. If it is approved, the annexation will impact more than 14,000 people. Still ahead, Memphis native Carly Peace returns to the Ellen Show. Coming up, see why she's letting the TV host throw food at her all over again.